Welcome everybody to the Project Slayers 2 Why PvP Will Fail Inside the Game. This is a follow-up to my last video, which I made a few months ago. We're going to be looking at the Reaper customization, the Reaper showcase with the skill tree showcase. And I want to put a few disclaimers here. Number one, I could be entirely wrong about this. This is just all for me analyzing and just me seeing stuff and then me realizing, oh hey, this makes no fucking sense. If you disagree, that's fine. We're not the same person. You can disagree. I do not care because I'm here to make an argument about a video game that that is currently like 200 player count max each day. Don't take it too seriously, and I will mostly just be doing this for to make laughs, whatever. But there are genuine issues that I believe exist. Number two, the reason why I think I've taken so long to make this is because I was going to a month or two ago. Then I saw Noxity and Diabolica. I've asked them both questions about this combat system, and they've both given me responses that I do not like. But some parts of them make sense. But the execution really is just not there. And we'll be looking through all of this in this video. This video could be upwards of, I don't know however long that little thing says in the bottom right. I don't know why I'm putting this in the intro. Number three, before we go into the video, I will be doing a brief diagram of how Project Slayers 1 PvP works. And I think in the next video, I'll do a brief diagram on how Project Slayers 2 PvP will work. So yeah, let's just get into this diagram. I don't even know if is it a diagram? I don't even know what the fuck that word means sometimes. But yeah, let's go. Sorry for my very shittily 3D painted thing of a diagram. This is very bare bones. This will not be talking about evades or evade resets in this specific thing. But we'll start with the basic. You use a move. I've had to make this video like 3 times because once I wasn't even recording, the other time my mic wasn't even recording. At least this very intro part, I've checked it. So you use a move, you miss a move, you miss the move you just used. They miss punishing you, or they actually do punish you. The consequence for you missing is them being able to now hit you. You hit the move. You either succeed, resulting in extending the combo, or you miss, failing to extend and putting you back here where they now have a shot at hitting you. Happens again, and it just goes down and down. You know how it works. There's a lot of misconceptions about this system, and that is number one, evades either don't work or evade resets make evades obsolete. The first point of evades not working, this only applies to cutscene moves and very few trapping moves. Which is intentional. I mean, you can't really evade out of a fucking getting stabbed by Rengoku or, a sound breather ulting you. I mean, that'd be kind of bullshit if you could just, fucking dash out of that thing. Beside that, they will most of the time always work unless you're doing it at a time that makes no sense. And evading actually sets you back up in this position. You use a move, or you can even run away. You can run away, which just leads you to surviving. You can use a move, which then you're either punished or missed. It goes back on this little diagram. So, no, evades are not... they do actually work as intended, and they do a perfectly fine job of what they were intended to do. The second argument being they make obsolete by the fact evade resets can just completely wipe that out. If you don't know what evade reset is in Project Slayers, basically it's when you're at like the brink of them using their evade, and then you dash out or you walk away at the final second, and you go back in with another starter to effectively get another fresh combo in. And this would actually put you all the way back here. Even though it's faster and even though it's different, you are still put back in the situation where you use a move, you miss, you're punished, or you hit the move, you fail to extend, or you succeed. It's very simple, and they do not make evades obsolete, because if you see it coming, you can do something about it. You're put into a defensive situation. You can use a move to get out. You can try to fight back and use a move that will have higher priority in that fight. Like, let's say they're using Bloodshot at close range, and you have Water Surface Slash. If you Water Surface Slash at them, they're not going to be able to hit you. Number 3, which I didn't mention in the very beginning, is that infinite combos exist when you don't have an evade. Yes, they do exist when you don't have an evade, but that's actually a good thing. You're punished for you wasting your evade so quickly. It's very common within the map PvP in this game to not use your evasive immediately as soon as the bar fills up. And that is because if you use it immediately, it'll number 1 be predictable, and number 2 be a waste if you mess it up. Those two things combined make it so you have to spare until you see a good opportunity to use it. Now, you can compare this to Block Dash in Project Slayers 2. It will not compare, because not only do they regenerate in Project Slayers 2, but also they can be, you have 5 of them that regenerate. And why infinite combos only ever actually exist if you waste all your evasives, infinite combos will exist, because that is your punishment for using all your evasives and still getting hit in a combo. If that wasn't the case, fights would just be stalemates, because you'd be running, going back and forth, regenning all your evades, hitting, oh fuck, I'm low on HP. I guess I'll evade, run away, wait for it to regen, and then boom, I'm back in the fight. It just cannot coexist with map PvP. It just cannot work. Hub PvP, on the other hand, it can work, because you don't regenerate in Hub PvP. Which is, funnily enough, considered the less skilled version of PvP. Now, it's good practice. I'm not going to say, if you like playing Hub PvP, that's fine, man. I played it for a long time as well. But it's just considered less skilled because you don't really have as much consideration, and plus, moves, or like, you can just spam from across the map and still get good damage in. Which is another issue that Project Slayers 2 will have. Either way, infinite combos only existed when you messed up, not just all the time. And if you don't use evasives, that's your fault, because that makes infinite combos exist. If you don't want to get infinite comboed, evasive at a good time. It's never who about lands a combo first, about who utilizes their techniques to actually succeed in the fight. Okay, now, it took me 8 minutes to get to this point. I don't know how. I thought that went by pretty quick. And now I'm just going to be going through this. No script at all. No script at all. We're going to be watching through, and we're going to look at things, and we're going to just see what's wrong. And we can give feedback, and we can also clown on things. We'll do both. Some of these things are more forgivable. Some of these things, I mean, what are you doing? Whop. And yeah, no script. Just, we're going to go through it. And I'll do a few skim overs, and I might miss a few things. Okay, let's stop fucking talking. Let's just get into this. I should mention that when he uses later in the PvP, you cannot extend off M1s off that. It looks like you can, but you can't. They're not up for enough time. This is kind of just flashing Willow from Project Slayers 1. It's a little bit different because you have a second animation after you hit, but it's an auto-track move. Whoever decided to make Sonido, whatever, whoever decided to make that do damage, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. It's an evasive move for a reason. But I guess you only have 5 moves. It's a little bit more forgivable. There's not much to talk about here, simply because it's just moves being demonstrated. you'll get more into the PvP. That fucking hitbox. Oh my god. That's a fucking power kick if I've... That's what I call a long-range kick. Now, this would be a lot cooler if the rest of the moves in the kit weren't like kicks. Like, if kicks were in every single move, it would be a lot better. Also, this kind of looks like KJ from TSB, and that is really funny to me. It looks like a 2020 drop kick his ass. Oh, and then we have Noxity acting like this will actually work in game. Yeah, no, it won't. They'll be blocking throughout all this. This is just wrong, man. Also, this... Yeah, no, that's not... That will not work in game. Don't even act like it will, Noxity. Don't even act like this will work. It will not. They will block out of it. He's like, this in general would be really cool. This entire thing would be really, really cool if it actually would work in game. This right here, I'm letting you know, will not work inside the game. They will be blocking and negating pretty much all of this damage. You might get the knot back in, but they can dash block out, wait for it to regenerate, do all that. It will not work. And I didn't play the game, but I am 100% sure that will not work. At least the damage part. You might get a few knockback and a few block breaks out of that. And no, this is the problem I have with the fact they're using this, is there's less aim involved. In Project Slayers 1, there are moves where you have to aim like directly at the person. This is an auto track, which in my opinion are much worse, because it pretty much lowers the skill ceiling to an insane degree, because you're basically given the opportunity and saying, oh hey, the person is right here, hover over them and do it. I think it should have been like a red dot or something is like showing the thing, and you have to like predict where they're going instead of just automatically tracking once you're at a certain point. Because it's hard to see, but it eventually does go off here. But if he did, you could just block it, and like that's just lowering the skill ceiling and upping this and lowering the skill floor for no reason other than to just be a little bit more simpler to use. Like there's a red dot here, or not even a red dot, just like some other indicator, and then you had to like aim ahead of him and then you charge at him. That would be a lot better. And here we can see the system not working. So not only does he block that, he blocks 2 of the moves. Meaning he got 15 damage out of a 2-move combo. Out of 400 HP, he got 15 damage. Now, of course, this is with lower stats and everything. But that implies that most of your damage doesn't come from your moves. It comes from block breaked M1s, and that just sounds like AIDS. Can you imagine all the little cool techs you can do in Project Slayers 1, and to an extent, even in Project Slayers 2, if they're not blocking, will now be non-existent, because now you're incentivized to just block moves in general, and then only ever take M1 damage. Like, that removes all the fun from landing cool moves and doing all that. This right here, this looks unfun. And then, here we go, this is it not working. I don't know what he was thinking, that does not work. This seems kind of pointless. He could have blocked that. Also, okay, hold on, we need to talk about this right here. What the fuck is this? Not actually, what the fuck is that? Dude, he is... Bro, what is he blocking with? His dick? Like... That might just be a bug, and I really hope it is. Because if this is how it will... Yeah, no, fuck that. Yep, here's our issue. Here's another one of our issues. He used the move. Okay, he breaks his block. Okay, he goes in for a combo. Boom, he's blocked again. What's the point of even adding moves to the game? If all they're... Like, you might as well not even give them damage numbers. You might as well just, like, make them exist to, like, break block attacks. This is not cutting it right here, man. That's 2 moves. I'm replaying this again just to see how bad it is. Okay, so he got hit. He was... Now, he should be punished for that, right? Okay, he goes in to actually combo the opponent. No. No. No, 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 no. Okay. Now, he's messed up his attack. Right here. He's messed it up. He is at half a block bar. He has taken an attack that he shouldn't have. This means he should be punished for this, right? Okay. Start, and then no, he just dashes out. And then now he broke his block again. Okay. And then he got, like, no damage out of that. Yeah, this is what I meant by it was used to trying to extend with this move. Look at this. Why is he blocking on the ground? No, why? What? Please, please, Knox City. If anybody who works on this game is watching this video, please tell me in the comments this is a bug. Or like a non-intended feature that's going to get removed later on in development. Because this right here would, like, remove a PvP community overnight. It's like making TSB a parry-based game and expecting the player counts to still be that high. Okay, now that was just... I think parrying should have just gone in general. It's a pretty bullshit mechanic that's all luck-based. But also, so we hit him with the move, okay? And he is moving forward. He is attacking them. Even though he's blocking, that means, oh, hey, he shouldn't be able to move because he's in defense mode right now. Okay, I'm gonna hit him to the ground. He dashes out, and then uses a move. And if he hit that, he would be rewarded for his opponent trying to do damage to him when he hit an attack. That makes no sense. That is like the opposite of what you want to do in a PvP system. You want to incentivize people to attack, not to be on defense 24/7. And punish them if they mess up their defense. Oh, here we go. Here we go right here. Yeah, this is another one. Dash forward. He hits him. Oh no, he dash blocks away. Oh, now he dash blocks out of that. Okay, and oh my god, look. He got dealt 12 damage. Yeah, this is really what skill-based mechanic games should be, man. Okay. I got punished. Time to ooh, I guess I can just fucking cross my arms and boom. Anything's gone. Gone. I don't know what I just did. For an entire exchange he missed like 12 damage. Now, of course, low stats and all of that, I get it. But taking small increments like this is not fun. Okay, let's see what happens here. No, that was just his fault for not dashing forward. Or was it? Because last time he tried that, he got punished for trying to attack the person he was attacking. Was this tested? No, genuinely, was this system tested with good thoughts in mind? I'm starting to think they made this game just to boost DX for being a better game, because there's no fucking way they looked at this. They looked at what we just went through and said, yup. Okay, guys, my microphone stopped working throughout all of this. So instead of just redoing the entire video, since I already put like an hour into making this, like into recording it, I'm going to cut off this part and go to the end where my microphone started working again, and I will do the rest of this in a live stream or another video with a part 2. Sorry for this. I really could not change anything. I wish I could. Really, that I had a lot of funny shit I said in there. At least in my opinion. You know, I might not be funny to you, but I maybe I am. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip to the end where my microphone started working again, and then I can go over like the stuff Diabolica and Noxty said, and yeah. Sorry for the inconvenience. I will try to fix this at some point. Let's talk about my little interview with Noxity. Uh, I say a lot. I asked 3 basic questions, and you can pause and read it if you want to. I'll put a little. There we go. You can screenshot that and listen, or you can read it. So yeah, I didn't mention it in the video, but the visual effects and lighting are really fucking AIDS. I don't know why they have to be that bright. Yes, you can tone it down, whatever. Still too much. I know you just want to attract kids with saturation, but you should really like consider it if it's really making the game a little bit too bright. And I've heard nobody complain that the lighting was too dark. Now that might just be something that like 4 people said and you thought it was a big issue. No, nobody has ever complained about the game being too dark. It's Demon Slayer. It's the whole thing is that it's about killing demons. It's supposed to be dark. It's not supposed to be bright and cheery. The game still have the development, while combat might not change drastically, adjustments are already being made. We plan to wait until official testing opens together, proper feedback. Yeah, I mean, I can't say too much about that. Skill tree. Mastery increases damage while the skill tree unlocks abilities. Meaning they serve separate purposes? No, because in the video you said you need both in order to upgrade skills. It's like Mastering JJI was so, not... Mastering JJI was never engaging because, like, you can just unlock all the moves from the get-go. By just spamming mastery pots. Anyway, let's talk about the Diabolica stuff, because that is where I think a large amount of my suspicions came from. This was actually a null server. These sneaks are lacking important features, clans, weapon skills, styles, and a few things I can't talk about. Stances, whatever. I don't really care. I don't know why fighting stances have to be in fucking Project Slayers. Like, that's a little bit too advanced for you guys. I'm sorry. Nobody was really asking for fighting stances in Project Slayers 1, so that was just kind of added just for the sake of it. What can I say about the community like me for a reason? I mean, I honestly, man, I wouldn't toot your own horn. It's not a good look. Whenever I do it, it's some shit, so I wouldn't do it. That's just me though. Okay, but regular moveset v moveset combat should still be fun. It depends on the breathing / BDA. That is a very bad. No, that is a very unconfident, not confident answer. That is really bad news, guys. If it's like Demon in Project Slayers 1 does not need weapons to be fun. It might need it to be like a peak effectiveness. It doesn't need it to be fun. Person like Thunder. Something else. Imagine passive players. Imagine fighting passive players who are going to try their hardest to not get hit by you. So they're blocking whenever they can and not trying to go for hits. And then they go for like pot shots. Dude, I'd go crazy. Like, you wouldn't be able to hit them if they just okay, I guess I could put all of this into like one term. It would be absurdly forgiving combat. Like, we're talking forgiving on a level that is completely out of this galaxy right here. So, like, you have so many layers of things before you can get hit and take real damage in this game that it's going to be block breaker spam and just fast move spam. That's it. And maybe like breaking block and then hitting a few M1s sometimes when you don't have any other options. Whatever's going to be the best is just going to depend on how many block breakers each thing has. Sad. Also, I just realized this while making this. Noxity contradicts himself a lot throughout this. And he's also glazing this combat system like it's the holy grail. Combat is more fluent now, so ping won't really matter if you're fighting somebody. Okay, sure. First skill set. Okay, Project Stairs 2 combat is nowhere near similar to Project Stairs 1, but it's 1,000% more polished. Let's see what else he said. You think people who like Project Stairs 1 PvP will like Project Stairs 2 PvP? I mean, nothing changed. It's just that you can't get confident when you can go take a shit and come back.